Snap, and today I have yet another video. Today I'm doing my second Brick Arms unboxing because I recently got some Brick Arms, so I don't really have anything to say, so yeah, let's just get right into it. I am starting off with my favorite, the Mosin Nagant. This is the second version that came out. This one comes without the scope. Instead of having to cut off a scope, you can just now get them. Here I have it in a minifigure's hands. The one thing you should know about this weapon is that on the top, it's actually a little wide, so it'll still fit in your minifigure's hands if you do it not like this, but wider, but it's slightly annoying, and I was disappointed, but alright, that's alright. Let's move on to the next weapon. Next up, we have the M1 Carbine, and just so you know, I am including the Brick Arms from the last video, so I'll clarify for those. Here I have the M1A1 Carbine. This is the version 2, which comes with the new little detail here, the bolt, I guess. Other than that, there's actually been no change, although for now it only comes in brown. So if you want a black version, you'll just have to get version 1, but it's like a really minor difference, so unless you're doing, say, a historical video, it's not really that big a deal. And next we'll be moving on to another one. Here I have the baseball bat prototype, and it comes with 2 rubber spike rings. This is one of my personal favorites because it just looks cool. It can be used without the spike rings, which you can just simply take off and use in, say, a Fallout scene, or to make it even more apocalypse style, just put on the spike rings. This is something you definitely want if you're going to make a LEGO Fallout video, so keep that in mind. Here I have the Survivalist knife. It's a pretty good knife. Keep in mind that the point here is actually somewhat pointy, so be careful. It's a pretty nice knife, although it's a little bigger than, say, your average combat knife, but it's a pretty good alternative. It only comes in silver, though. Next we have a revolver, the M1917 revolver in gunmetal, and sorry about the distance, it's the only way I can keep the camera clear. As you can see, it's just your average revolver. It's somewhat long-barreled. Kind of reminds me of the number 3 revolver for those of you who have played Battlefield 1. And speaking of Battlefield 1, here we have the Springfield Model 1903. This one does not come with a scope. It is also one of the new ones, and this one, there is a variant on Brick Arms that has a built-in bayonet, so that's nice to have since you can't put a bayonet separately. It's just a good Springfield. It can also be used as a Gewehr 98 if you're that desperate, although it looks more like a car to me. And speaking of Gewehr, why not do the Gewehr 43? This is one of my personal favorites. It's a nice semi-automatic rifle. If you're looking to do a Battlefield 1 video, this is a great alternative to, say, the Mondragon or the Serigati. Yeah, this is actually one of my favorites. Just a semi-automatic rifle. I wonder if they'll come up with a scoped version. That'll be nice. Here we have another one of my personal favorites, the Colt Model 1911. This is the version 2 in gunmetal, and I think this is my favorite Brick Arms out of all of them. This one's the version 2, which is much better than the version 1, because the version 1 just did not look like an M1911 at all. This is actually a great weapon for World War II, and if Brick Arms found a way to remove the hammer at the back, they could actually come up with, say, the MLE 1903 or the 1903 hammerless, which is pretty nice. So, yep, this is one of my favorites. Here we have the Mauser C96. It's just a standard black pistol. As you can see, it actually got pretty good, nice detail for a Brick Arms weapon. Here's a cool tip about the C96. If you want to do a Star Wars scene or Star Wars video, this actually works because it's similar to the DL44 but without the scope and the barrel. So say if you wanted to give a guy maybe a blaster pistol but something that looks like a Star Wars pistol, like the DL44, but say an older version, this would be a great alternative, so keep that in mind. Here we have the Lewis machine gun in black. It does come with a removable drum barrel, but I barely do that because I don't want to break the clip because there's only one. For those of you who know what the T21 LRB repeating blaster from Star Wars is, this is a great alternative to, say, an older version similar to the C96. A lot of weapons, assuming you get them in black or gunmetal, or maybe silver, they can actually be used as alternate Star Wars weapons, so I will bring that up more often. Here we have the AK-APOC. It is an AK-47, but it has been made with a wire stock and a modified barrel at the front to make it an APOC weapon. This is a nice gun. For those of you who are making a Destiny 2 video, say a Destiny 2 starter video, if you know what the Pariah is a common auto rifle that you get in the story mission Spark. In that chest, it's that green auto rifle you get. This is a great weapon to use for the Pariah, or say the Scavlok, something like that. Which is why this one's high on my list, especially if you're doing Destiny videos, along with the M1911. Speaking of AKs, here we have the AKS-74U. In Modern Warfare 3, this is one of my favorite weapons to use. This is also good for a Destiny weapon. It can be, say, a carbine version of your Pariah. This is actually the second one, because the first one I lost and I was unable to find. Just keep that in mind, and, yeah, this is a pretty good weapon for the Apocalypse as well, especially because of its wire stock. And here we have the Sten MK2, pretty nice submachine gun. Let me just turn it to the side. It is actually built in a way that the minifigure can hold it correctly by simply turning it to the side a little bit. Let me give you two cool facts about the Sten, say, brick arms wise. First off, in real life, you do not actually hold the Sten by the clip. You hold it like you would a rifle, because if you hold the clip, you'll actually wear down the magazine catch, which means in layman's terms, it'll cause the weapon to jam. And second, if you take out the clip and just use it as a regular rifle, it looks a lot like the M4 survival rifle. If you search that up on Google or Wikipedia, you'll see the resemblance. So, technically it's two weapons in one. It's pretty nice. Here we have the Type 100 submachine gun. Put that to the side. This one is similar to the Sten, but here's a little historical fact. You actually can hold the clip on this one because it has a curved clip, and the curved clip prevents the clip from wearing down the catch. In fact, it's actually better if you hold the magazine. The MP18, while it's not curved, does have a drum at the end, which acts as a similar style. And just so you know, the Sten and Type 100 clips, I tested them, they are interchangeable, but the Sten clip is very loose for the Arasaka, and the Type 100, and the Type 100 clip does not fit in the Sten, so keep that in mind. And here we have the Russian 1895. A cool historical fact. It's actually the Winchester Model 1895, but it is a Russian version the government made when Russia was having a lack of Mosin Nagant rifles. As you can see on the head, I have a gray M1 steel pot helmet because I have a few left and I'm just trying to multitask. It's a little bigger than I thought, so it's hard to put in a minifigure's hands, but it's still nice. Here we have the Saber shotgun and the Modern Combat helmet. The Modern Combat helmet, which is purple, is actually a freebie I got. And the Saber shotgun, I heard there's recently a new version that comes with cool little shotgun shells. This looks a lot like the Akatha 37 shotgun, and it also works nice as a Battlefield 1 shotgun, and I'm talking about the Model 10. Or if you want to use it as a medic weapon, you can pretend it's a auto-loading 8. It's a pretty nice shotgun. I wish I had gotten in black, but otherwise I'm pretty happy with it. And keep in mind, you have to put a monopod on this, because you can't turn it to the side, although you can hold the pump. Just keep that in mind. Okay, bear with me a little longer, because I have the M16 in gunmetal and another M1 steel pot, but in olive, my favorite of the three helmets. The M16 I originally got because of the service rifle in Fallout New Vegas. I was hoping to get in black, but I got in gunmetal, and I'm actually happy I got in gunmetal. Cool fact, this also works as a Destiny weapon, because as you probably know, in the Destiny 2 trailer, Zavala found an M16, so this makes a great, say, starter weapon, like if you want to use the Cabal stuff, but you don't have that. It also makes another Destiny rifle for, say, the origin story. One of my favorites. Okay, here I've actually got three items. The M3 grease gun on the left, the M23, not the SOCOM version, on the right, and in the middle, a white Brick Arms crate, which I did buy. The crate is actually empty, but you can put stuff in it. Keep in mind that most long rifles won't fit perfectly unless you break them, and short rifles, like say the Sten, you might want to take the clip out. But it's still pretty nice. Just to keep it quick, I got a bipod, which unfortunately broke because it's kind of fragile. A monopod, I actually got 3, 2 black, and one brown. I mean 3 black and 1 brown. A freebie, which consists of, oh, where'd that go? A hand grenade, I forgot what it was. I want to call it a Mills bomb, but I know that's not correct. And I got a 10-pack of M67 frags. Pretty nice option if you want to get a bunch of frags. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed that quick Brick Arms video. Here's a minifigure with my favorite Brick Arms helmet and my favorite Brick Arms weapon. I just hope you enjoyed that. Let me know if there's any other ideas you could use for the Brick Arms weapon, and I will see you guys later. See ya!